Join me as we look closer at what I think are the most anticipated movies of this year. Hello and welcome to Real 35, where we look and discuss everything related to movies. I'm going to be discussing what I anticipate to be really enjoyable, good movies that's coming out this year. It's not going to be exactly the list that everybody else is maybe doing, where they just select the big blockbusters. There's going to be names going down below, which I'm not going to be discussing. Those, you can find loads of trailers, loads of other people discussing those. I'm going to focus more on the movies that I found that might not be so well publicized, but I think it's going to be really good. So if you're interested, please stick around and join me as we have a closer look at these. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. The name alone sounds intriguing. This was already at cinemas for a few selected days, but I anticipate it will be available on streaming or some other kind of platform soon. The movie itself kind of reminds me a bit of the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, where it takes a children's story and turns it dark. Starring Kirsten Waring, Kit Green, Chrissy Wooner, and the plot basically is Wendy Darling strikes out in an attempt to rescue her brother Michael from the clutches of the evil Peter Pan. Along the way, she meets Tinkerbell, who will be seen taking a certain drug, believing it's pixie dust. I can't wait for this movie. I'm not going to take it too seriously or anything like that, but I think it will surprise and I think I'll enjoy it. Growing up watching Peter Pan and now watching a more adult version should be interesting.
Hello. Marco. Hello.
Okay, next is The Gorge, and this one I'm really excited about, and it's coming out actually in February the 14th, in fact. Starring Anya Taylor-Joy, who I absolutely love, Miles Teller, and Sigourney Weaver. It kind of looks a lot like Maze Runner, you know, the style of movie and that, but we'll wait and see. The plot is two highly trained operatives become closer after being sent to protect opposite sides of a mysterious gorge where an evil emerges. They must work together to survive what lies within. I've seen the trailer, and as I'm showing bits of it to you, it's interesting, and I think the cast is superb. So I'm looking forward to this one, and let's see what happens. The next movie on the list is Happy Gilmore 2. I just had to add this movie. I grew up watching Adam Sandler movies. I loved Happy Gilmore. This is just going to be like my childhood over again, because I think it's just going to be a continuation. There's not much online or anything available about the exact plot. We're just going to have to accept that it's like a kind of a continuation of Happy Gilmore, and hopefully a lot of recurring cast. It is expected in 2025. No exact date yet, but I will update you through my social media or any other kind of avenue. All the links below down in the description. I just think now that he's doing a lot of work with Netflix, I think it's really convenient for us, a straight to Netflix movie. So yeah, can't wait. Getting a bit more serious now, we have The Brutalist. Initially, I thought this was based on a true story, but it's not. The cast include Adrian Brody, Guy Pearce, Felicity Jones, and I just think it's an amazing story, and I wish it was true just by looking at the trailer. So I can't wait for this movie. It comes out on January the 24th. The plot is when a visionary architect and his wife flee post-war Europe in 1947 to rebuild their legacy and witness the birth of modern United States. Their lives changed forever by a mysterious wealthy client. I like the whole plot. I like the whole movie, the cast, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward. I think I'm going to enjoy it, and that's why I also made the list. Wolfman. This movie is actually just come out as I'm filming this, so hopefully you're watching this early and it's still in the cinemas, because I think it's one of those movies you need to go watch at the cinema, just because it's so beautifully filmed It's definitely edge of your seat entertainment. The cast includes Julia Garner, Christopher Abbott, and Sam Yeager. I'll give you the plot. So, a family at a remote farmhouse is attacked by unseen animals. But as the night stretches on, the father begins to transform into something unrecognizable. So yeah, it's kind of clever how they did this. It follows a normal narrative, but from what I can see in the trailer, it gives you a bit of a different perspective. I think this is going to be quite a good movie. It's already gaining a lot of popularity. The Amateur, another movie about an average guy that becomes a hero, kind of like Novocaine. The movie comes out on April the 11th, and the story is about a CIA cryptographer that manages to blackmail his agency into training him to let him go after a group of terrorists that killed his wife. The cast is amazing, starring Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, Rachel Brosnahan, and John Brenthal. It's a minute since we've seen Rami Malek in anything, and I, for one, am happy he's back. I can't wait for this movie. Remember, April the 11th. The Monkey by Stephen King. I don't really have to say anything else, but I will. It comes out February the 21st, and the story is about when twin brothers Bill and Hal find their father's old monkey toy in the attic. A series of gruesome deaths start. The siblings decide to throw the toy away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. It's kind of like typical Stephen King movie, but there's something about the trailer that has its little moments of comedy in it. I don't know if that's just my sick mind or if it really is like that, but I can't wait. It's a Stephen King movie. It's going to be great. There's nothing more I can really say about it. Don't have to sell this one. But the cast does include Theo James and Sarah Levy. So yeah, if you like horror movies and like Stephen King, it's a must watch.
Oh, fuck.
Now let's have a closer look at Sinners, a movie directed by Ryan Coogler, who also brought us Black Panther and Creed. It comes out on April the 18th and stars Michael B. Jordan and Haley Stanfield. The story is about two twin brothers who return to their hometown to start again after leaving their troubled lives behind, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. And I think this one is going to be another edge of your seat entertainment extravaganza.
One day he's gonna follow you home.
I know I said at the beginning that I won't add the mainstream movies that much, the ones that everybody's talking about, but I just couldn't resist. 28 years later, this had to make the list. I cannot wait for this movie. 28 Days Later was amazing. 28 Weeks was superb. I just know that Danny Boyle is going to bring this kind of energy back again, and it really spawned a generation of kind of zombie movies. I mean, there were zombie movies before then, there will be zombie movies after this, but it kind of like intrigued us. It revitalized the whole zombie genre. I think I'm going to actually do like a whole dedicated video eventually just on the 28 series, 28 days, weeks, and years. So look out for that. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I'm trying to upload weekly, and I just want to share my enjoyment of film and hope you can join me for the ride. So the story is about a group of survivors of the rage virus that live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected but other survivors. Expected date of launch is on the 20th of June, but please follow my social media for updated dates. Starring Jack O'Connell, Aaron Taylor Johnson. And yeah, well, I just can't wait for this. It can't come soon enough. And again, Danny Boyle, I'm just super excited about this, and I hope you are too.
7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17, 32 the day before.
This one's a bit different. It's called Mickey 17, and it's by the same director that gave us Parasite. It's out on March the 7th. I want to kind of go into this blind, and I think you should too. It's got an amazing cast. It's got Robert Pattinson that we haven't seen for a while either. Well, not that I know of. But yeah, it looks really intriguing. It's going to be out there. I think it's going to be a bit out there, but it does seem to have a bit of a funny side to it as well. So I think this is going to be great. It's going to be pure entertainment.
Not you. I'm gonna kill you.
So exciting!
Now we have Companion. This movie is intriguing. There's something about it. I watched the trailer and it seems really good. And then looking at the reviews, it's not really got any good feedback. So could it just be one of those that have a really good trailer and it's a really bad movie? I hope not, because I think it's really a good story. The plot, I'm not even going to tell you the plot. Just have a look at the trailer, because I don't think it really fits the narrative. The movie, it looks great. It stars Jack Quaid, Sophie Fletcher. It just looks like a really good movie. So I just hope it lives up to what the trailer portrays. But we'll have to wait and see. That's what made the list, at least.
Are you breaking up with me?
It's not you. It's me.
Lastly, we have a late entry that I could not miss the opportunity to talk about. It's Halloween Aftermath. One of my all-time favorite horror movie series is Halloween, and actually going to be doing a podcast and talking more about horror, and this is definitely going to come up. Love Michael Myers. I can't wait. The story takes us back to October 2020. The Shape has vanished. Cole Dalton, a lucky survivor of Halloween night 2018, tries his hardest to heal, move on, and forget the events of that fateful night, ever unaware that evil is always near. I hope this lives up to the hype. I hope this can bring, the original Halloween, the old Halloweens, justice. It's always a hit and miss when it comes to horror movies like this, but yeah, here's hoping, It's starring Natasha Perry, Ryan Jaxie, and yeah, long live Michael Myers. I hope you have enjoyed this content. If you have, it really would help if you do like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, tell me what you're looking forward to. Hope you enjoy it. Until next time.
Run! Go!